For the kids, I am Joe Fisher the third. Across my left, across the foam marble table, Rashad Taylor.
What up, though?
Across the glass, Jordan Schultz, back with us.
Hungover, maybe.
Hungover.
Just a little.
Congratulations.
Covered in glitter.
Covered in glitter.
Yeah,
It was one of those.
yeah.
It was a neon dance party.
Bro, he had a lot of fun with that unicorn last
It
night.
wasn't as fun as last year.
CC Slaughters going off last night, huh?
It was not at CC. Does that place still exist?
Does it?
I thought that closed, but
No.
back in
It's a
college,
Portland
that,
institution right
that
there.
was the gay bar for sure. No, but this was it was called Glow
Still
Glow
open.
Job. So G
Whoa!
L O
it's-
W.
Whoa!
Why I am spelling it. And it was a very fun, at least usually sold out neon
Sounds
style
like
dance
it.
party under black lights. But yeah, this year's was different.
My God.
A little weird. Wasn't sold out. My wife and I were gone by 11:30. So
Well, if you're not, if you weren't 100% awake after that, now you are about Glow Job.
that's why I spelled it first before I said it. I was trying to soften the blow.
Hey, I need that new show open. Well, it's not new. It's new now because football season's over. But, you know, it was nice hearing a good football memory with my Oregon Ducks. And even the Oregon State one gave me a little smirk, you know.
You don't hear a lot of those anymore.
I'm down bad. I just, you know, I had a realization. I have it maybe, I don't know, once every month. It's just how depressing the last couple of years of sports have been for me. And especially in the current right now. I mean, we'll be getting to it later at some point today, but it's just it's rough. It's rough being me. You do not want my life, all right? You don't want my life as a sports fan.
I mean, mine's is okay, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm a Patriots fan.
stop.
I don't really love baseball, so it's like,
I like how you hesitated on that. Mine
because
is,
I was like, I mean, the Pats, we've been down bad for a couple of years, but then I was like, we did just play in the Super Bowl. But, you know, outside of that, like, I'm not a baseball
and
fan.
won 6 before that.
Yeah, right. I'm like, I mean, so, you know, but you are a Cowboys fan, so that there was that. You guys won some stuff once a while ago.
Yeah.
But either way, like, I don't have a baseball team, so it's not, and I don't really have a hockey team. So-
USA is your baseball team right
USA
now.
is my
Heyo.
baseball team right now. Let's go, fellas, you know. But outside of that, I don't really have a team that I support. So it's a little easier for me to kind of continue with my sports fandom, although the Blazers make it really, really difficult.
Yeah,
Two
again,
really
we'll
good
get
Duck
to it.
seasons, by the way, Joe.
Huh?
You've had 2 really good Duck seasons. by the way.
Yeah,
Wait, hold on.
but the-
You had like 20 straight good Duck
No,
seasons. Like,
no,
stop it.
not true.
Stop it.
There was a 4-8 sprinkled in there.
Yeah, there was a
Thanks,
couple Willie
Mark.
Taggarts in there. So okay, let's say 17 of 20 years.
The end of
the Ducks have been
Mark
legit.
Helfrich.
Since 2005, the Ducks have been legit.
Well, it's just the ending. The ending is what gets me. It's like, yeah, that's the one team that I can rely on having a good regular season and being a contender, but then, you know, we get what we get at the
Yeah.
end of the year, the last 2 years, and that doesn't particularly make it all feel great.
If Indiana showed us anything this year, is that it's not impossible. It can happen, and if it were to happen to any team, you know, in the future, considering the amount of talent, the amount of money, and everything that they do, like, it could be the Ducks. You know, if it was Indiana this year, like, hey, it could be. It gives me a little hope, but hopefully it's sooner than later. I think we're going to be old men, to be real, when these things happen.
What?
It sucks, but like
Our team's
when
winning
our
again?
local teams become great, I think we're going to be old dudes.
Ugh, that's
More-
depressing.
more
It's unfortunate, but
more
like,
than Unk?
no, yeah, we're going to be well more than Unk.
Oh,
We're going to be
boy.
well more than Unk. We're going to be
I was
OG.
just listening to some Unk.
We're going to be OG. We might be OG elder at that point. Like I'm 40. I'll be 43 in May, so I'm approaching OG at 45. Like that's officially where that is. But like I think we're going to be like elder status, 50 plus when this really goes down. I'm starting to kind of internalize and realize that, you know, being a sports fan in Portland, I think it's going to be tough for a while.
Unless you're a Vikings fan. Portland State, baby.
Unless you're a Vikes fan, yeah,
Blow the horn.
yeah, let's go. Who knew? Like who knew that Portland State would be the team that kind of carried the banner
There
for
it
the
is.
town
There you
this
go.
year? Like, shout out to the Vikings and what they've been able to do, and really made a lot of noise in college basketball this year. But I mean, not for real. Like, I mean, nobody
know
was
about a lot of
nobody
noise,
was
but-
seriously
Enough?
nobody talks about Portland State. There's no
Enough
reason to talk
noise.
about Portland State, and really,
You just said that they made a lot of noise.
they know, and until this year, all of a sudden, like more and more people that even I've ran into, like on the street and stuff like that, and especially once people find out that you talk on the radio for sports, then it's instant sports conversation about
Oh,
everything.
what do you think about those Portland State Vikings?
Yeah, seriously. Like, I've got a lot of those questions because I'm at a lot of.
You have
Seriously,
not.
no, bro. I'm at a lot of high school basketball games, right? Like, and
Okay.
so I end up in these places and stuff like that, and
I'll
talking to
give you
people
a
like,
pass
bro,
on that.
bro, you've been watching Portland State, man. You've been checking out Portland State. Like, man, I'm about to go to the game. I'm about to go. I'm seeing more and more commercials on TV. I'm like, okay, they're really leaning into this Portland State thing right now. So, which is cool because you got to strike while the iron's hot. And right now, it's hot for Portland State. If they make the tournament,
Blow the horn, baby.
yeah,
Give me the horn again.
seriously.
I want the damn horn.
We talked
Makes
about
me
this one
horny.
time, and one time University of Portland was ranked in the top 25, and Portland went crazy. Like, nobody supports University of Portland, but the one time they were in the top 25, like in 2009 or
The
something like
people
that,
went mad.
people were like, "Oh my God, you see,
People-
I'm going to the Portland UOP game." It's like
people
you're going
raving in the
to, you're going to a
streets.
Pilots game.
Was this Spoelstra? Was he on this on this
Ooh.
team?
No, I think Spoelstra
Did we look
was in
this
the NBA by then.
Did we look this up?
We did at one point. I forget what year that was.
Portland Pilots basketball. You can hear me internalizing my Google search here.
Hey, AI, help us out.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up their year by year and then find out what year it was. Because
It didn't last long. I will say that.
Well,
It
yeah,
was very,
I mean-
very, very brief.
The Pilots lose last night. I know that Jason Swigard was down at the WCC conference tournament.
Yeah, I don't.
They played the Cougs.
They won the night before against Pepperdine. Let
Yeah.
me see about last night.
Portland Pilots and the Cougs in a matchup, in a vaunted Northwest matchup. Washington State and UP.
I saw at the half it was tied, but I didn't see the final score. So hold on, let me get
Oh
that.
boy, we are a sports station.
We are a huge
Trust me.
sports station.
Just
Well,
just
not a
trust
lot
me
of
on
us,
this.
but to be fair, not a lot of us were watching the Pilots game last night.
I see a dub, baby, 74-68.
Woo!
They're going to be taking on San Francisco today.
Poor Patrick Harris.
How about that? Yeah, that's
That stinks.
Yeah, that's rough.
Jason Swigard's gonna rub that in his face for years.
Jeez.
I mean, years.
sales guy Johnny Ludwig also. He's gonna.
Oh, Ludes, yeah.
Yeah, Coog Ludes.
Oh, Lutz the Coug?
Coog Ludes.
He
Okay.
is.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. I'll make sure to say something to Patrick on Monday. That's for sure. How about that?
That's awesome.
Portland.
Look at Portland. We out here.
We
Come-
back up.
Come on, Blazers, do something, man.
In just college basketball.
Jeez, man. Yeah, we got to be very, very specific, you know.
We back up only in college basketball.
Yeah, man. Are you and I know the answer for you, Joe, but I'm gonna ask anyway. High school tournament, man. Right now, there's some dope ass kids out there playing both on the boys and girls side. Are you gonna take Joey at all?
No, I'm locked in on the 7th grade Division II state championship down in Salem.
Oh,
Some
Yeah.
vaunted matchups down
Give me
there.
the betting
I can
lines,
imagine.
baby.
There's definitely, I guarantee, there's a 7th grader out there who's LeBron. You know,
What?
there always
LeBron?
is. There always is. There's always
at this tournament.
at every tournament.
Right now
at every
in
young
Oregon?
tournament. No, seriously, there is a kid, you know, and I don't know who the hell he is. I'm just saying, like, at all these, whenever I go to a middle school tournament, there's just always one kid that's like, yeah, he's not supposed to play with these middle school kids. He should be playing in high school.
You probably
Yeah,
bump
you should be
them up.
playing with like really like the 16U or something like that because you were
Already
way too
dunking.
good. Like seriously, if you're not dunking, you're doing some crazy stuff at the rims. Like, yeah, you shouldn't be playing with these kids right there. It's really unfair sometimes.
Well, definitely didn't see that yesterday at all. So
That's good.
You know, we
Hopefully you don't see that at
yeah,
all during the
luckily
tournament.
maybe
Yeah.
we ducked him. Maybe
Yeah.
we ducked him in the tournament. Dude, we were in Salem. The last game started at 8:45. I didn't get out of Salem.
AM?
Whoa.
No,
Or
PM.
PM?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't
yikes.
leave Salem until like 10.
And I'm assuming I
Yikes.
know where you were in Salem, so getting out of Salem probably took you another 10 minutes plus.
I was McKay.
Yep.
McKay High School.
Oh, okay. So
the home of the Royal Scots.
That's right.
Cool, man.
Did you know that? Not just the Scots.
They're
The
royal.
Royal.
The Royal Scots.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got a curtsy to him or bow.
They do have a big mural in one of the gyms of a big looking Scottish dude who's wearing a kilt, and I think he has a bagpipe too.
That's cool.
Like literally all the stereotypes they checked them all.
Yeah, that's cool. I think David Douglas is the Scots.
Who has the best in this area, Willamette Valley-ish area? Who's got the best high school mascot? Like
The Generals.
The
A
Generals.
bunch of them are kind of old, like
What do you
racist
mean?
ones, though, right?
They had to
Like,
change a lot of them, especially
the
here in
Vikings,
Portland.
the Saxons. Those aren't really good, and those are Salem as well.
The Saxons.
Yeah, that's an old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like it though.
I like the Saxons. That's
Saxons.
that's
Kinda
change it,
badass.
yeah.
Olympians for Sprague.
Yeah, help us out maybe. 503-864-6326. Maybe we're forgetting someone.
Now you know somebody's going to be very, very
Go
biased.
Rams!
Yeah,
Central Catholic, baby.
that's exactly what it's going to be. That's exactly what we're about to get a whole lot of look. It's the Lakers, clearly. You know,
Oh, I mean, they're not Willamette Valley-ish, but I mean Tillamook cheesemakers.
That's
you know?
pretty effing cool.
Yeah, but that's not. I'm trying to kind of look in the Portland, Salem metro where the signal gets to.
yeah, right.
the-
The
within-
people that can actually hear us
yeah,
right
within
now.
the radio signal.
Yeah,
How
sorry,
about that?
Eugene.
Yeah,
Mike,
so-
you're out of here.
You can hear us out there.
Yeah.
Text us in.
Isn't
Best
there
high
like-
school name.
Isn't there Crusaders? Something
Jesuit.
like
That's
that?
Jesuit.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to workshop this, find out what is the best. I know that this is a town in Eugene, just outside of Eugene, Pleasant Hill.
Oh, not a bad place.
Their mascot is the Billy Goats, so they are the Pleasant Hillbilly Goats.
Hillbilly goats. It is a little hillbilly.
Yeah, I don't love that Pleasant Hill.
Have you seen
Rashad
Pleasant Hill?
Shakes his head.
I don't
in
love
disgust.
that. I don't love that one.
It literally sits on a hill.
No.
It
Yeah.
looks like on farmland,
Yeah.
basically.
We're good. I don't want to go there.
On the way to Dexter, which is home of Dexter Lake and one of the best disc golf courses in the state of Oregon as well. Beautiful,
Nice.
beautiful course.
Played disc golf in a really long time, actually.
Yeah, I haven't. I mean, it's been a few years. I still got some discs.
Do you?
I
No idea.
can throw. I'll throw down at any moment.
Yeah, I have no idea where any of my anything is.
All right. Well, best of luck to the Pilots today.
Go get it.
Taking on San Francisco, and then Portland State. What are they up to? When does are they in their tournament?
Man, that's-
Tomorrow. They'll play
There's
tomorrow
a
at
lot of games
4:30.
today.
Tomorrow at 4:30, live from CenturyLink Arena in Boise, Portland
Ooh.
State.
I've been there.
You'll get the whole seat, but you only need the edge.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good college basketball on right now. This is really the only time of year I'm invested. And it's not for betting purposes. I just want to see, at this time you're getting mostly the best teams. And
Oh.
so,
I do see also that on the calendar there's a 3 in the month part, so that means it is March.
yes, it is March.
It is March.
It is, yeah.
That's what the calendar tells me. So the madness has begun. How about that?
Let's go.
Who knew leading off the show with the 2 Portland college basketball teams?
I mean, hey, we're always breaking news, people. There are some people that didn't know Portland State had a basketball team. Now you know. And they're good this year.
When does UP get a football team?
Oh man, they got one. It's
Whenever
called soccer.
Portland State's becomes good again.
That'd be sick, though.
God.
The white,
Those purple,
the purple and
Yeah.
white scheme on
Yeah.
the football jerseys.
Yeah.
We need a local graphic designer to do that.
Doesn't
for fun.
Linfield already have that same color scheme?
Yeah, but again, the
Something like that.
pilots, it'd be a little bit different. They got a little bit of
guess.
red in theirs as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
Get on it, UP. Get a football team. Let's go.
Anyways, go UP, go Portland State. Congratulations. And I figured that it'd be good to start with 2 Portland basketball teams that are riding a high right now, because there's one that particularly isn't at all. We're gonna definitely get to that here next. We got 2 comebacks in the NBA. We got a big trade in the NFL that we'll get to in hour number 2 that went down last night. We also have plenty of just transactions that went down this week as well. It was a busy week in the NFL.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out the rest of the show as we go along. Sound good? But let's start with the obvious room. And I don't think I've ever switched this quick on a take and a feeling on a team in my life.
You and me both, bro.
Can we go back 6 days? Good God.
Literally just pull the tape from last week and listen to that. But this team right now, it's tough. It's a tough watch. We get to that next year. Sports Saturday on the Fan Sports Network.
Hey, it's Dusty. The hardest part of a home project is the start. Who do you trust?
Network.
Welcome back in. Sports Saturday, Fan Sports Network. Itchy eye, sorry.
It's like that sometimes, man.
Need to have my wits about me.
For dry, red eyes.
Oh, Ben Stein.
Win Ben Stein's money. Remember that?
Great
I
show.
do.
Yeah, that
He
was a
only-
great
I used to
he
try
only
to
gave
watch
away
that
like
to
a
be
couple
smart.
grand,
I wasn't
but-
smart to watch that.
Jimmy Kimmel
Yes.
hosted it.
Yes,
Yes.
you
Yes,
are
he was.
correct. While
Yes,
he
as well.
hosted the Man Show.
Ben
Yeah.
Stein show. Do we want to just come up, start talking about other random TV shows instead of the TV show that is a complete non-watch right
Well-
now, and that is the Portland Trail Blazers, a basketball organization?
Well, at least those other TV shows make me happy.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
give me a
depends
sense.
on the show.
I mean, it depends on the show. But even watching the show makes me like, I remember when I watched this.
Rather
the
watch
first time,
CSI
you know?
reruns right
Yeah,
now
right,
than the
'cause-
freaking Blazers.
Yeah, because it looks like a crime scene out there, and most of the time when we're watching them, it's really pathetic. It's pitiful, is what it is. Continue, Joe. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Blazers vibe check. Blazers vibe check of the week here on Sports Saturday. How are we feeling? Because last week I said, let's just let Scoot run things. See what you have, because Denny isn't here. Sharp's not here. Why give minutes to players that are not going to be a part of this franchise, maybe beyond this season? Give them to Scoot to see what we have in him. Well, the player that literally might not be here after this season may very well be Scoot Henderson, based off of how he's playing recently. He is giving you no hope anymore. He is giving you no hope. Literally in a week, it has been the case. Just over this last week, because I remember we were here in the Charlotte game, started in the middle of our show. That's essentially the week I'm talking about. Against Charlotte, 3 of 12 from the field, 0 of 7, -10. Against Atlanta the next day, 3 of 9, 1 of 4 from 3, 11 points, -10. And then at Memphis, I believe on Wednesday, either Tuesday or Wednesday, 3, 4, 11, 1 of 6 from 3, +2, 8 points. And then last night against Houston, 1 of 9, 1 of 4 from 3, -11, 4 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. It has literally been the worst week of Scoot Henderson's career.
I don't know who I'm watching, and the thing is, he's gotten progressively worse every game.
Literally,
Like seriously,
after
like you look at
after
the numbers,
Memphis one, I'm like, it can't get much worse. Than
and then
this.
he gets worse.
and then he goes
and
1
then
of
he gets
9.
worse. Like, and so, 33% against Atlanta, 27% against Memphis, 11% yesterday, 1.1 against Houston. Like, I mean, I'm not on the Jordan Schultz, train of, hey man, he's Antonio Daniels. However, this right here, like, I'm not sure what I'm watching anymore.
Antonio Daniels might be better at this
I,
point.
I'm not sure what I'm watching anymore. I'm not sure what's happening in Scoot's head. I'm not sure if he's still not 100%. I don't know, like, what Tiago Splitter, and that's a whole nother conversation that we should have, I think, at some point, is the Tiago Splitter conversation. We talk about somebody not being here next year. I think that's worth a talk too. But right now we're talking about Scoot, and honestly, he doesn't look like that dude. It's really, really frustrating to watch him kind of regress like this and just be just like a shell of the guy that we saw. Like, we know he can't shoot the three, or at least last year he was much better at it. This year, not so much. But okay, cool. Stop shooting threes, bro. Get to the rim. Do what you're good at. That's okay, man. Go where your bread is buttered. And he, for whatever reason, wants to be this jump shooter, and he is not that. And I understand being open. Take a step in. I'm old school. It's okay to take a 2-point shot. If they're going in, just take the damn 2-point shot, man. Give yourself a chance. But right now, Scoot looks like he should be playing behind Blake Wesley. Like, at this point, I don't know if Scoot, I won't say he shouldn't get those minutes, or at least behind Caleb Williams, because Caleb at least showed us when he was in the game, he could get you 12, 13, 17 points on a good night, but would play some good defense for you. So, I mean, I think that's worth a conversation in that Blazers locker room, because right now Scoot's not getting it. And we've got a 4 to 5 game sample size right now over the last few games of what he's been able to do.
Well, I'll give you the last 4 because, again, that's the week that we are in. This is the Charlotte, Atlanta, Memphis, Houston games. Literally a week ago, sitting on this very in this very studio saying, just give him the reins, play him 30 to 35 every single night. He can't even stay on the floor for that many minutes
gonna foul
sometimes
out.
because he's fouling so
Yeah.
often.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is just like all aspects of his game right now. He's turning the ball over 2 times a game at least in the limited minutes that he's in because he keeps getting in foul trouble. It's unreal. The last 4 games, he is shooting 24.4% from the field, 14.3% from 3. And that is 3 assists per game as well. And points, 7.8 points per game. He's averaging just damn near 3 fouls per game at 2.8. He is a minus 7.3, minus 29 total so far in those 4 games.
Stellar.
You know, I think
Right?
people, when they saw his G League Ignite highlights, it was almost like he's as good right now at the pick and roll as, say, a Damian Lillard or a Chris Paul, you know, best in the NBA. And that was one of the reasons why he was in the top 5. And he could get to the hoop, and some of those other little ancillary, like the shooting abilities, can come later. We're almost seeing a regression in the shooting ability, guys. I mean, hell, Joe, it wasn't even, I don't even think he got into foul trouble last night. That was the problem earlier this week. You just have to get him off the floor because he is so ass. Every time he touches the ball, the offense basically came to a stop last night. It was bad, and at some point, you got to make a decision, and I think the Blazers have come to it. I mean, we're 3 seasons in. You can say, oh, he's missed so much time, but, like, what do you do other than give him more runway, which you literally asked for a week ago, and then you get this result? You gotta cut bait, right?
So listen, I'm going to give Scoot a little grace. Just a little bit, right? It's just 12 games of the season that he's played. And this has been a bad stretch of, like, what, 4 games?
I mean, do you
But-
want me to give you his post-All-Star break stats? Because they're not much better.
They're not much better, but, I mean, it's what, in February, 13 points, 4, almost 5 assists, 3.2 rebounds. Like, for a guy coming back from injury and hadn't played most of the season, that's okay. And coming off the bench, again, he was averaging 13 points before he got hurt. So come back and get that with all the new dudes on the team. That's fine. Like, I'm okay with what he was giving. This over the last week, 7 points a game and 2.7 assists. Like, that's not the Scoot that we know. I'm going to give him a small pass.
Do we even know Scoot?
We know what Scoot is. At least we know some of what Scoot is capable of. Mind you, it's his 3rd year, and he was hurt for almost half this year. So I'm going to give him a little bit of grace because, again, for all of February when he came back, Scoot was a solid player. Scoot was giving you exactly, I don't know what's happened over the last week, but something has gone on. That has to change. If this continues, then yes, it's time to have that conversation about moving on from Scoot. But if you got a guy coming off of injury and coming right in, giving you 13 points off the bench, that's pretty legit. I don't know. I might be tripping, but
Is that what we planned or desired in him when drafting him third overall? Was
no,
it to
of
be-
course not. But
know?
I also don't think that you planned for Denny or Shaden to be what they were, right? I
Yeah,
don't think
I
you planned on any of that stuff.
But you planned to add him to Shaden, and let me
You did.
say the quote again. In any other draft besides Wembanyama, Scoot would go number 1. We heard that time and time again. And I'm sorry, I didn't see it. And I don't know if it's the athletic ability, like because he's so strong as a 19-year-old. He is. And that's why I look at the Antonio Daniels comparison. He looks just like him. And Antonio Daniels, 4th overall pick in 97 in the NBA draft, you know what? He could get to the hoop and dish it out. But if Scoot Henderson, if his main ability is getting to the hoop with quote-unquote court vision and turning the ball over 5 or 6 games along with that, you don't actually have court vision. I don't understand why we're arguing over this.
I don't know if anybody said that Scoot would have gone number 1 because he didn't even go number 2. Like, I mean, I think we all knew where Scoot was going to be in that pecking order. Brandon Miller is 6'9", can shoot the 3 and everything else. You're always going to go with that dude over the 6'2" guard, right? You're always going to go with that dude. So even in another draft, unless Scoot was Kyrie Irving, like, not a lot of guards like that, point guards at that, go number 1, right? So you got to be a generational talent, a Kyrie Irving, to be able to get that distinction. So again, this last stretch of 7 games, like, because at this point we don't need Scoot to be the star that
They
we thought
compared
he
him to
needed to
Derrick
be.
Rose, by the way. So not
Who's
quite. Scoot. The comparison was Derrick Rose.
It's a pretty good comparison. Like, if
Russell
that's your
Westbrook.
yeah, But
Heard
so
that.
yeah, and so like, and again, you're not asking him to be your star anymore. That's not what you need. Now, if he can do that, that's awesome. But at this point, with Denny and with Shaden, with the two guys averaging over 20 some odd points in the NBA, you don't need him to be that anymore.
Well, I'm glad he brought those two up because, quite frankly, just watching this team last night, it was just a down bad moment where I feel like you get 3 or 4 of these per season. Like we've seen the Blazers lose many, many times throughout
That
this
Denver
season.
game,
Yeah.
that 194-point game that Denver had,
Yeah. So, but for some reason last night it was a bottom feeling for this franchise that I haven't felt probably since that Denver game, giving up 157 points. And it made me come to a realization about a lot of players on this team. So I want to get to that next, about Denny, about Shaden, about, again, some of the role players on this and where the Blazers franchise stands on this roster. Do that next here, Sports Saturday. But first, Jordan Schultz with a Sports Center update.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the Portland Trail Blazers dropping another one in Houston to finish off a 5-game road trip, 106-99. The final just did not go well all around for the Blazers. Alperen Sengun leading all scorers with 28 points. Amen Thompson contributing 26, 11 of 12 from the field for Thompson. The Blazers now off today before resuming action back at Moda Center against the Pacers tomorrow. Over to the World Baseball Classic, the United States getting a big win in their first pool matchup against Brazil, 15-5. The final, Aaron Judge hitting a whammy to help lead the way in that one. Roman Anthony with a couple of RBIs as well. They'll be right back at it tonight against Great Britain. That's a 5 p.m. first pitch on Fox. Huge trade in the NFL, actually the biggest in franchise history for the Baltimore Ravens. They are requiring 5-time Pro Bowl defensive end Max Crosby from the Las Vegas Raiders for 26 and 27 first-round picks. A very busy sports day in Portland today. You got the Timbers at it tonight, and make sure you stick around right here on the Fan Sports Network as they host Vancouver Whitecaps FC. They get going right here at 6:30 with coverage, and the actual game starts at 7:30 once again here on 105.1. Over on 1080, you've got the Oregon Ducks on the hardwood hosting the Washington Huskies. Coverage gets going at 7:30, tip-off at 8 on FS1. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Schultze from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Heard of missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of dirt and spray.
Welcome back in. Sports
Would you
Saturday.
still roll.
Huh? What?
The words of the record.
Oh. Singing along, are you?
8-figure. By the name of Jigga, would you come around me or would you
Okay.
clown me? What a great song that was.
What a great record.
Yeah. You know what I miss, man? The soundtrack. You might have been too young for the soundtrack, but like movies came out and there was typically a soundtrack of music that came with
No,
it.
I was,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So
I got
that
the
one
tail
was,
end of that.
that was from Rush Hour. Yeah.
The Rush Hour soundtrack.
What a great time in life.
Was it?
It really was. It really
I mean,
was.
CDs.
We'll get into a whole
having
thing about
to
that,
hold the CD player at a certain angle
but I mean that. Hey,
and wrap your headphones around
you
it. a
didn't have the
certain way.
anti-shock.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the game changer for CDs.
that's right.
Yeah, once that came, like, hey, tap it. Did it skip? See? Yeah, anti-shock changed everything.
Well, I'll tell you who a game changer is on this Blazers roster is.
Clearly, Scoot Henderson.
It's
Not him.
I don't know who a game changer is for this team. Really, a franchise changer for this team at this point. Like, again, I'm in a down bad mood with this team. So everything I'm gonna say here is probably just how
It's
I feel,
emotion
like
right now.
times 10.
Yeah.
Is that when I look at Denny, injured right now, obviously he would help a tremendous amount to this team's offensive game plan, what they're able to do on that side of the ball. But even when he plays a free throw merchant game, and when you watch him play, do you ever really think to yourself, wow, he could lead us to a championship someday? Because I have him as the, at best, third best player on a championship team.
You said Denny Avia?
Yeah.
Ooh, no, I don't know if
When I look at Shaden Sharp, at this point, we're what, year 4 of Shaden Sharp, I believe? And he's injured right now. He's had injuries before. Even when he's out there, you never know what you're going to get with him. The only player, 2 players right now I can depend on, and that's because they give me a consistent defensive output, is Tumani Kamara and Donovan Clingan. But Clingan is a big in a non-big NBA in the way the game is played. And Tumani Kamara is very good defensively. Offense, he has his moments here and there. But again, both of those are pieces to what you're trying to build. And then you look through the rest of the bench and what you have. And it's all just Jags, just another guy. Like Vik Krejci, I mean,
0 for 6 last night.
we traded for him, and what has he gone since becoming a Portland Trailblazer?
He's had 3
He
good
shot
games.
30.6% from 3. Like those kind of things, like trading for a player and then that happening. Those are the moments where I'm just like, dude, this franchise, it's just cursed. Like, of course, the one move that you make at the trade deadline, although some people might say that getting Scoot back is a trade deadline move.
Oh, my God. That is such a Portland Trailblazers media freaking type of statement.
Well, I think-
getting a guy back.
And they didn't even have to give anything up.
F me.
But again, I mean, and then Jeremy and Drew are going to have to save you from every other night. More so Drew than Jeremy. I like Robert Williams just because it's fun to see him actually play basketball. Like the fact that he's on the court and actually having games where he's contributing. I'm like, hey, this is something I haven't seen before. I like this. That might be one of the only aspects of this team I like right now. But again, another veteran. 3 veterans right there in Drew, Jeremy, and Robert Williams that you're having to depend on way too much, way too late into this season. And aren't going to be a part of this team's future plans. Just every player right now in this whole team makeup, this whole roster makeup, just makes me extremely discouraged, extremely frustrated as a fan, and just see us saying, get to the end of the season, get us in this stupid play-in game, have us lose to the Clippers, and let's just be done with this, please.
So I disagree a lot bit on Denny. I do think I look at Denny and I see a lot of what Luka has without the ability to kind of shoot like that, but his ability to slash and get to the rim and do it at a pace that's, he can kind of turn it on and turn it off real fast, which is why they call him Turbo, which is not the best name, but I understand why. This quick change of pace that Denny has and get to the rim. The way he finishes at the rim, not a lot of dudes in the NBA finish like him. It's almost Kyrie Irving-esque. Like, no matter how you want it, left hand, right hand, once I get there, it's pretty much – most of us know when Denny gets to the rack, he's probably going to score. And if he doesn't score, he's probably going to get fouled on the way there. So for that reason alone, his ability to shoot has improved, but we're still kind of working on that. Overall, I think Denny's that guy. And I think with more, number one, a better coach, and with more direction, I think Denny could be a dude that averages 30 in this league easy. Like, just considering his skill set, his size and everything, being 6'8", like, yeah, and as big as he is, 6'8", 228. Like, he's not slender like a KD or something like he's 230, getting to the rack, so I will say that for Shaedon, like, I've been up and down on Shaedon for a long time because I just want to see more. He's a great scorer, but I'd like to see Shaedon be a great something else too on the floor. Great defender, great passer, great rebounder.
I'll say
like
his
that.
defense has been a little bit better
His
this year.
defense has been better,
He's generating more steals.
Defense has been better, but I think the Blazers' defense overall has been better at points, so in comparison to the last couple of years, I will say that. But other than that, Joe, I'm kind of with you, man. I said this during the break, and you kind of like, well, I don't know. Blazers are close to a G League team. Look at this roster. Half of this roster is made up of second-round dudes and dudes that are undrafted. People that you depend on. There's not a lot of teams that have 5, 6, 7 dudes on their squad that are second-round picks and people that are on two-way contracts that you're depending to play big minutes for you and compete.
Well, we like to herald second-round picks.
No. Because
there
are Jokic's that exist, right? There are the Draymond Greens of the world that can be
Chinese
a huge part of your
Jokic.
team. There are those people that exist, but for the most part, they're few and far between, which is why there's such a good story when we talk about these second-round picks becoming Manu Ginobili and becoming all these other pieces. We're looking at Caleb Love, two-way deal. Sissoko, two-way deal. Who else was a second-round pick? We forget Jeremy Grant was a second-round pick. Now, he's one of those stories that we talk about that matured into so much more than just, a role player on the team. But Jeremy Grant was a guy from the second round. So you look at all up and down this roster, you have a few first-round guys, and then everybody else is kind of these fill-ins that eventually became kind of good NBA pieces, but it's not enough. It's not enough. And again, we have to start paying attention. We don't talk enough about the head coaching situation. We kind of always leave Tiago Splitter out of the conversation when we're talking about what needs to change for this team. Tiago is starting to get on my nerves, man. I was a big fan at first. I want to really push him because I understand he took over for a tough situation. For a coach that's probably going to go to jail for a lot of years, And so that's almost an impossible situation to come in and do something you weren't expecting to do in your first year there, your first few months there. But this isn't for him. The Blazers need a head coach that knows what they're doing. Go get Mike Malone. Well, did he sign with somebody already?
Mike Malone is not with anybody, no.
Yeah, go get Mike Malone. How much money do you want, Mike Malone? Come coach this team. Who wouldn't be excited tomorrow if they heard that Mike Malone is the new Blazers coach? Everybody would. So I think that's what they need to do. Go out there and find a coach that knows what they're doing, how to coach NBA talent, because right now, Tiago isn't it. I'm sorry.
Text just came in. Everyone calm down. If we would have won last night, we would feel better. If Denny and or Sharp played, we would have won. See, but that's
ifs and buts were candy and nuts, and the truth is, we probably would feel better if we won last night, but we didn't. And I think that's the whole part.
Also blew a fourth quarter lead.
Yeah, and you could have won last night. And that's the reason I think people are sitting here pissed off because, yes, you had an opportunity to win. You were winning a lot of that game. And to lose the way you did, and albeit I don't care about it being KD, I don't care about it being Asar Thompson, I don't care about it being the Houston Rockets, and none of that stuff. None of that matters. You had an opportunity to win, and you didn't. So, yes, man, you look at this road trip, and you're 2-5 or 2-4 or whatever you are on the road trip. Yeah, you're pissed off about it.
Also, on that note, the cherry on top of last night was seeing Amen Thompson, a guy that was drafted immediately after Scoot Henderson, go off for 26, 7, and 7 on 11 of 12 shooting and being
the
absolute
exact
To
defensive
see him
ends.
and his brother be the players that they are in this NBA with these teams is really frustrating.
Yeah.
It is. So, Scoot, hey, bro, I've been supportive, right? All my guys here can tell you, I've supported you. It's now or never.
Literally go back a week. And
Yeah.
we were like, all you,
Yeah.
young blood, get after
Yeah.
it.
I'm kind of tired of hearing about injuries when it comes to Portland too. Like
It's
this
the
has been a
story of-
problem for years and years and years.
Yeah,
If it's
it's
not
just-
Denny, it's Drew. If it's not Drew, it was Dame. If it wasn't, it was someone or two or three. I'm all right. I get it. It's a professional league. These guys, if you look in a locker room after 48 minutes running around, look at these players' feet. Like, I'm not trying to like be like, oh, they're soft. What I'm saying is, the training staff has to up its game or help in some way prevent these injuries because it doesn't seem like it's happening at a high enough rate. The Blazers just are out a lot. And it's not just one season. I mean, when you try to depend on Robert Williams 1 year and he only plays 40, 50 games for you, and no, he'll play more next year, and then you get the exact same performance, and then, oh, you try that again year 3, at some point, what is trying the same thing and expecting a different result? That's called insanity. What are the Blazers doing? It seems insane.
Driving people insane.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if we do any more Blazers vibe check progress report throughout the season. We'll see if they earn one. In my eyes, what if they just rip off 4 in a row where they absolutely dominate?
And that's
20
just
plus
is what I
victory?
think this is what we have to do. We have to talk negatively about them, and then they go on a
I swear
9-game
to God,
streak to where
they're
just
going to.
they're gonna have like be the hottest team in the NBA going into the playoffs. So yeah, just for us saying this, so good. Maybe that's what we should do.
Well,
Just talk bad about it.
Veet Krejci goes off for like 5 threes a game.
Seriously,
Well, this is the schedule until next week when we are on air next. They will play at home. They are back home from their road trip. They will play Indiana on Sunday.
if you lose to
tomorrow.
Indiana,
Well, I mean, you lost to Atlanta. You lost to
Atlanta's good. Atlanta's
Is Atlanta good?
Atlanta in the East. I mean, they have a better record than the Blazers. So yeah,
32-31. Huh?
better record than the Blazers.
Much better than I thought.
They got
Indiana.
an All-Star.
Sunday you'll play Charlotte. Tuesday.
You better win that one because you
Gotta
need to
get your
that
lick back.
You got to get your lick back.
Utah Friday.
You better beat Utah, but they probably want to beat you too based on the last game y'all played.
They might not have anyone though. I might suit up for Utah that night.
I would play.
My boy Blake Hinson though from Pitt, he might get some minutes. Though.
He might.
Might get some minutes.
What if he goes in and just kills 50 points?
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. Blazers lose because Blake Hinson just drops 40 on them.
Nah.
40-50 burger
That
just goes
would
off.
that would hurt even more than the Nuggets loss.
All right, let's get to a couple other NBA stories that happened last night. 2 comebacks in the NBA. We'll get to that next. Sports Saturday on the Fan Sports Network.
Shopping with your parents.
We had 2 comebacks in the NBA last night. One team, one player.
Well, actually 3.
Oh, color me intrigued.
Houston beating the Blazers.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
damn it.
Ouch.
Rashad.
I mean, technically, if we're being, just saying.
Yeah, well, sometimes you don't have to just say,
Oh,
okay?
Sorry. I mean, you were wrong. You said 2 and there were 3.
Well, one of them that I'm talking about is San Antonio Spurs. 25-point deficit they
Damn.
overcame to beat the Clippers. It was such an emotional victory for the Spurs. Victor Wembanyama was seen after the game with a possible tear being shed, maybe 2 tears being shed, or in a regular season NBA game. Adam Silver's got to be just so happy about this.
I mean, he has to love it. I guarantee that's going to be a commercial that's going to be talking about pride and talking about caring and all this.
The
It's gonna be
regular season matters.
Nike saw that and was like, "Oh, we can't wait to do something with this." But Wemby said it was one of the best games he's ever had in his life. Ever been a part of. Like, and all the basketball he's played in the regular season. And mind you, coming back 25, I can imagine being juiced after a win like that.
I wish I could feel that much excitement in my life as a 25-point comeback in an NBA game.
Right.
In any game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just even an NFL game.
I'll take it in 2K right now.
Yeah, seriously, right? Oh, you beat the homie by 25. Oh, I'm talking S all day. You can't say anything to me about 2K ever again.
I don't think I've ever overcome a deficit that big in 2K before in my life.
Well, actually, I have once in 2K. I'll be real. It was when I first kind of start playing, and I was playing on Pro. So it should be, I was really learning the buttons.
It should
and
be
everything.
easy.
Yeah. Came back 25. Did feel pretty good after that. I can imagine how playing on Superstar would have felt, or Hall of Fame.
But Wembanyama, those Spurs, they're pretty good. 46-17 now on the season. Hey, they beat the Clippers, so that way we're that much closer to the 9 seed.
Cool. They're not closer to the 9 seed, But thank you for the Clippers beatdown or the Clippers comeback. But no, this Spurs team is this team is really scary. Like, they've beat up on OKC a few times. They beat the brakes off of Detroit the other day. Like, this team is gonna be scary getting to the playoffs as long as Wembanyama can stay healthy, which is we're knocking on wood because he is kind of fragile. But as long as he can stay healthy, I would put money on the Spurs team making it to the finals.
Victor Wembanyama last night in 22 minutes. 22 minutes. He had 27 points, 10 rebounds.
Stop.
And 4 blocks.
Stop. Like, what do you
22 minutes. What is that? What's a per 36 on that? That's insane.
Oh, he easily would have had 50 something in how many rebounds? It doesn't
10.
matter. Wembanyama is like, what do you? And this is a real question to you guys. You guys watch basketball. What do you do? How do you defend that?
Well,
you throw multiple bodies at him.
You just got to go straight up,
there's
man.
Nothing, and you go straight up, and he's still 3 people ahead. He's still 3 people over the top of
Over
you.
the Eiffel Tower.
You just got to go straight up.
Like,
Don't foul him.
What can you do for a guy that doesn't need to leave the floor to dunk the ball?
I'll give you all the coach cliches.
Kick
it out.
Put a body on him.
Put a body on him. Yeah, there's nothing you can do, and then
Put your hands up.
And you can't double him now because obviously De'Aaron Fox is a great player, and he had a great night last night. You've got Castle, who has become a great young player. You got all these other kind of ancillary players around him to make that team better. Like, this Spurs team is nuts, man. Like, they're really, really fun to watch and really scary to see coming at you.
The other comeback in the NBA last night was Jason Tatum of the Boston Celtics. He makes his return after tearing his Achilles. How long ago was that?
10 months ago.
Wow. That's a quick turnaround
for an Achilles.
Yeah.
And apparently it was 10 days longer than Kobe, that it took Kobe to come back.
Did he text him?
No, I'm sure he did.
Did he text him this time?
I'm back,
like,
bro. What should I do?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't think you're going to get anything back from him. Maybe in the dream, but
I'm playing again, and all I can think about is you.
Yeah, probably. Like, I mean, I get it. That was his guy, but don't make it weird, man.
Don't no. That
was his guy, but don't make it weird, man.
Don't If you out there are listening and don't know what we're talking about, Jason Tatum, I think it was before the NBA Finals or something like that. Not the one that they won. I think the one they lost to the Warriors. He texted Kobe Bryant.
No, it was the one they won.
It was the one they won?
Yeah, it was the
All
one they
right.
won, yeah.
Well, it was before one of the games or before the finals, whatever. Jason Tatum texted Kobe Bryant, "Today, I got you." Kobe was already like dead at that point for 2 years. And Tatum took that text and took a screenshot and then posted it to social media, like showing people.
Everybody should see it. Like
just
that,
engagement farming
that's where,
off
yeah.
of Kobe's death by saying, "Today, I got you."
That's where he messed up. Just let it ride.
It's corny.
I sent the text and everything like that. All right, man, I feel good for myself. You want to let everybody know how much you care, which made you look corny. Like, come on, bro.
But hey, let's not break him down right now. Let's
Like,
bring him up.
Seriously, just think about the story. If
He's
he'd
back. He played basketball last night.
He did.
Not Kobe.
No, well, not Kobe. Peace Bean. But no, and he looked phenomenal last night. He looked really, really, really good. He looked like a great number 2 for a championship team.
A great number 2. Whoa, was that just a little hot take you're trying to slide in?
Oh no, I clearly think he is the better offensive player and everything, but I think Jaylen Brown is the better everything else.
Oh, how about that?
I think he's a better passer. I think he's
Rashad trying to cause controversy in Boston.
No, for real.
You're
Like,
here first on the Fan.
No, for real. I mean, honestly, right now, this Celtics team isn't supposed to be that good without Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown has done a Scottie Pippen-esque job of making this team look phenomenal without your GOAT, which is in this case Jason Tatum. So Jason Tatum leads the team in points, rebounds, assists, all the things, and he's been gone for the entire season, and yet and still this Celtics team, in a really competitive East for no reason, this Celtics team is right there in the mix of it and potentially going to get home court when things kind of fizzle out for going into the playoffs. So yeah, at this point you're not the number 1 right now. You're the number 2. Maybe next year you'll go back to being the number 1. But right now, don't come in and mess up continuity. Let Jaylen Brown do what he's been doing, and you play backup dancer right now.
Well, Jason Tatum last night. Funny enough, Jason Zucanic took Jason Tatum's under on his points. And he was feeling good at first because Tatum started 0 of 6 from the field when he came back last night, missing his first 6 shots, but he ended up finishing 6 of 16, so went 6 of 10 from that point and finished with 15 points for the over on his point total. Also 12 rebounds, 7 assists in a rust-filled 27 minutes is what this article says. So yeah, good for him. First points were a putback dunk.
Yeah.
Was it TD Garden or whatever it's called?
It went crazy.
Went nuts.
I was watching some of that game, and when Jason Tatum made his first shot, there's a part of me that was really, really, really happy for him. Like, good job. And Achilles is one of those things that can used to derail careers. Like, your joint is over if you tear your Achilles. You tear your MCL or ACL or something like that. Like, it's over for you. Now it's, you come back in 10 months. You have the game he had, because he did have 15 points, but he also had like 12 rebounds, and he also had 7 assists. So he was hooping like in his first. He almost had a triple-double in his first game back. So it's exactly what you want to see if you're the Boston Celtics, but that's not what you want to see if you're the Cleveland Cavaliers right now. It's definitely not what you want to see if you're the New York Knicks. It's for this team to have any type of momentum as they get ready to make this playoff push.
Hour number 2 coming up. We move over to the NFL. Big trade last night that went down in the league, and also plenty of transactions throughout the week. We will get to that next. Hour number 2, Sports Saturday on the Fan Sports Network.
Act fast before it's too late. Get your tickets for 2 Portland Winterhawks
Sports Saturday right here on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 The Fan, 1080 The Fan, the Odyssey app. You can also consume our program on YouTube and or Twitch. The kids love Twitch. Also, if you miss any of the show or any of our former shows, you can get it wherever you get your podcasts except Spotify because our show is banned.
Stupid.
I don't get it.
Fix it, Dusty.
No,
Fix it, boss.
I've listened to other shows on the station, and they will put the full intro in with copyright protected music that never gets dinged on Spotify. But apparently, our show, which I don't even include like the intro from songs, it's still
Making a lot of excuses right now, Jordan. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Nobody came to me and said, "Hey, Schulte, this was your fault." So I don't think it's something I did. If anything, I think I think Spotify is kind of inconsistent, which shocking. Corporations don't have actual consistent rules from one account to the other.
$20 says this will never get fixed.
20, 100.
Oh, he's upping it.
I'm probably right there with Jordan.
Like 100,
yeah.
bro. I'd bet the house
Yeah.
I don't own, to quote Brian Wheeler. Are you serious?
All right. Let's go to some NFL stuff, shall we? We had a big old trade last night. Big trade. Some would say the biggest of the offseason so far. Because we also had another big trade earlier this week. I don't know if I say big trade.
Not as big as the other one.
It's
Not
a
as
trade,
big as the
but
one
this one's a
happened.
big trade.
Yeah.
This one's a big trade. Girthy. The Ravens, the Baltimore Ravens, are going to acquire Max Crosby. The Ravens will be sending 2 first-round picks to the Oakland Raiders in exchange for Max Crosby, the Pro Bowl All-Pro defensive end. First-round picks in 2026 and 2027. And Crosby, 28, is going to be the new leader of that defensive front for the Baltimore Ravens. Initial reactions, Rashad.
Yikes.
Going down. Yikes. For who?
For the AFC North is who
okay.
I'm saying
Yeah.
yikes. So number one, this is something else to remember. The AFC North might have the 3 best pass rushers in football. You've got Max Crosby now, and you got Myles Garrett, and then you throw in T.J. Watt. Pretty sure those are 3 of the best, probably 3 of the top 5 easily in the NFL. And now Joe Burrow is going to have to deal with that. I only say Joe Burrow because no other team in the AFC North has a functional quarterback outside of Lamar Jackson than Cincinnati.
And whoever's Cleveland's running.
And whoever
out there.
Cleveland's happens to be right now. And so it's like, Joe Burrow's going to have to deal with those 3 dudes like 12 times a year or something like that, 6 times a year. Like that's pretty
That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, well, that's 6 games. Yeah, against each of those, like, man, that's terrible, man. So you can go ahead and probably chalk up some L's for him. But
it reminds me of those the memes that you've been seeing lately of guys like, oh, this is you. Point of view. You're in the early 2000s NBA. Like, oh, tough game last night. It's all right. Now you have to go guard prime Vince Carter.
all right.
Gosh, that was a tough one. Now you have to go up against prime Tracy.
Yeah,
McGrady.
struggling Orlando and great Tracy McGrady is like good luck every night, And so, yeah, that's pretty much what it's
So
going to
for
be.
Joe Burrow, it's going to be same thing. It's
Every
like,
night. And
ooh, tough one against Myles Garrett.
In your
now
division?
you got Max Crosby.
Seriously, in your division, like there's at least one defense that I'll be able to pick on them and take advantage of what they don't have, right? You trade Minkah Fitzpatrick from Pittsburgh and like, all right, I know they don't have any help right there. I'm going to be able to dominate. Every game against your division opponents, you have to see Myles Garrett. You have to see Max Crosby. Like you've got that sucks if you're them. But initially I was like, man, that's a huge deal. I did hear something, Joe, and it's probably going to piss you off a little bit.
Me?
Dallas was in the mix, and Dallas only offered a second-round pick.
No, they offered a first, a second, and the pride of David Douglas, Osa Odigizua, was also apparently rumoredly involved in the
2 first
trade.
wins, every time. And the Raiders are in a position right now to really take a couple big swings and I'm not going to say turn their franchise around, but get a couple of cornerstones of this franchise that could be something for you. You're going to get Fernando Mendoza. You know that. Now you can draft in the very middle of the draft at 14 and get an impact player for your offense to kind of go with something like that, or maybe another great defender to replace Max Crosby. Like, you put yourself in really good position if you're the Raiders.
Absolutely. I must say, though, Baltimore, I think they're when I saw this trade, they're coming out on the big win side of this, because if they go to the playoffs the next couple of years, if their record's as good as they think it's going to be. They can add a wide receiver to this as well, because I saw this trade go down, and I'm like, all right, now go get Stephon Diggs, dang it. Then you guys would be a huge threat, actually, to get to the Super Bowl this year. These could end up being 29th overall picks, 30th overall picks in 26-27, which, yes, would help the Raiders rebuild for sure. But, guys, let's be honest, 26-27 on, that's kind of a second-round pick in the NFL. So I think the Baltimore Ravens really came out on top here if they have great seasons coming up in 26-27. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but they looked at this. They're like, hey, best-case scenario, we're giving up very late first rounders, pretty much second rounders for one of the best defenders in the NFL.
Straight up.
Well, what I love about this move for the Ravens is just they are not traditionally a team that makes a move like this.
No, it's the first time they've ever traded a veteran or traded first round picks for a veteran.
Yeah, that was the big thing for me is when I saw this come across my line, was just like, damn, okay, Ravens, good for you going for it. And also, I just respect it from a sense that they had one of their worst pass rushing seasons that they've had in the last 20 years. Last year, generating sacks, pressures. I think they said it was like the first time since, maybe it was 2000 that they didn't have a defensive end with at least 4.5 sacks. So, I mean, this is a team who immediately after having one of their worst seasons in the pass rush department, were like, we're fixing this. They didn't try to come up with some crafty way, whether it is through the draft or guys that were maybe cast off from other teams that they were going to try and bring in to be a defensive end. And they immediately were like, let's just go get the best defensive end on the market and fix this right away.
Yeah.
So they generated 30 sacks last year in the entire season. That's the fewest in 15 years. And also it was the first time since their inaugural 1996 season that they didn't have an edge rusher with more than 4.5 sacks. So again, as soon as they have a season where they are not playing up to their standards defensively, and especially on the defensive end pass rushing side, they're like, boom, let's go. Let's just go fix this with Max Crosby.
Yeah.
Sound good?
That's a great way to put some tape over stuff, is go get Max Crosby. I truly want the Ravens to go for it. And I feel like a trade for Max Crosby and giving up 2 first-round picks is the Ravens saying, we're going to go all in. I don't think this is the last move they're going to make. I think we're going to hear the Ravens' names a couple times as we go through free agency and stuff like that. I think they're going to try to make some moves. I wouldn't be surprised if they made some more trades and try to make their offense a little more dynamic. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to fix the offensive line a little bit, because they had some struggles this year. So I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to get a running mate for Derrick Henry. Like, none of those things would surprise me if Mike Evans going to a place like Baltimore. How does that sound? Like, I think there are things that Baltimore can do to kind of help their offense, but definitely help their defense. So I feel like they have a quarterback who's getting to that point to where it's like, I don't know if I really want to be here in Baltimore like that anymore. And maybe he does something different. So, yes, I think you have to go all in while you have Lamar Jackson now.
Texter reminding us that the Ravens gave up their first-round pick for this year, which is the number 14 pick.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
That's my bad.
Yeah.
Well, swings the value a little bit more. But what I said applies to 27.
Yes, is that if they're right back in the playoff hunt, playoff chase, then that could be looking at a 24, 25, 26 range possibly.
First round, though. You're one of the best 25, 26 players in the draft. That's you're expecting that guy to be an impact player for you immediately.
Exactly. I would trade an overall 14th pick for Max Crosby. You kidding me?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Plenty of other transactions, NFL this week. We will get to those next here. Sports Saturday, Fan Sports Network. We are trying to figure out what is the best high school name in the state or in the valley.
We've discussed this. It's Generals.
I don't know. I mean, and I had no idea that Roosevelt was the Rough Riders.
Yeah.
Okay,
And so
they win.
They have a whole thing
that's-
built
yeah.
in. When DMX and the Rough Riders came out when we were in high school and Stop, Drop, Open Up, when all that stuff came out, it's like, oh, no. Now, luckily, Roosevelt was trash at that point. You know what I mean? But still, if they won a game, like they beat us senior year in football, which was really frustrating because they shouldn't have, but they did. And the whole school, stop, drop, shut, oh no, that's a Rough Rider. So that was pretty tight for them. We didn't have a cool General song.
Yeah, I'm looking at I'm looking at some of the other 6A leagues right now, and it seems like the more you go into the suburbs, the more boring the mascots get.
Oh yeah,
Like Westview Wildcats, I believe.
boo.
Southridge Skyhawks. I mean, no offense. I mean,
Yeah, Skyhawks is
That's
kind of a cool name.
Yeah, that's like a minor league baseball
come
team.
on, a Skyhawk. What is a
Skyhawk.
Skyhawk?
I
Of
don't
course, it's
know.
in the sky.
I don't know. As long as it has a badass like kind of logo and everything, like that would be
Yeah.
kind of
That's
cool.
like saying a night owl. Like come on, we're the North Salem Night Owls. Like,
Ooh,
what are you doing?
How about the Apollos of Sunset?
Sunset, yeah.
That's
I
cool.
mean, that's up there. That's up there.
It's not better than Generals, but yeah, it's a nice name.
You know, some would say Newburgh Tigers. You know, that's,
Nobody would say that.
That's pretty solid.
No one would say that.
But you know, that's just me. You know, some other people might hold that opinion. What's Nelson? They're like the Hawks or
Nelson's
something.
is the new kids. That's what they are.
Stop.
Yeah. Nelson's
here.
brand new. It's open
Well, I
like
know
4
they're-
years.
I know they're new, but
They're
they
the
still
new
have a
kids. The Nelson
mascot.
new kids. That's what we call them.
They're the Hawks.
What Sherwoods?
The Bowmen.
Thank you. I always thought that
the
was
mighty
cool.
Bowmen.
Yeah, well, because they got like old Robin Hood-esque type of.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah, like
little
kinda-
Robin Hood logos and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
Robin Hood and his merry men.
That's right. Yeah, I'm looking through. What's Sandy? What's Sandy rocking with? Is that a
Oh,
Pioneer?
I feel like that's right.
Yes, the Pioneers of Sandy. And then David Douglas, you said that's the Scots,
Scots,
right?
yeah.
Reynolds Pirates.
Reynolds Raiders.
Oh, I was hoping they were going to be Renegades. That
Yeah.
would be that would have been
Yeah.
The
badass.
Raiders are Reynolds.
Renegade.
Shout out to Reynolds. I worked there for like 5 years. Shout out to Reynolds.
Yeah, I'm looking through all the ones. We got 2 Lakers. We got a Lion. We got another Tiger. We got a Timberwolf. I don't know, man. I think it's going to come down to either the Rough Riders or the Apollos.
I don't love the Apollos. Rough Riders, I can never co-sign that on the show or with anybody else. So unfortunately, I can't do that.
Your
So,
allegiances
unless
aren't
we're
gonna allow
saying,
you.
unless we're saying Generals, or what was another one that was pretty cool that we heard a little bit ago. I do like the Skyhawks, but I got to be honest.
No,
Yeah, I like the Skyhawks.
that sounds like a made-up team.
Hopefully, it
name.
has a really cool eye and should be red or something like that.
I'm also looking at some of these Southwest Conference teams like Roseburg and Willamette and North Medford. I have no idea what any of their mascots are. North Medford, the Black Tornado.
Why does it got to be black?
It looks
In North Medford.
It
Come
looks
on.
pretty intimidating.
I think
Not
tornadoes
to say that.
come out of very.
I mean, a regular tornado looks
Yeah.
intimidating too, but
I think tornadoes usually come out of very dark skies. I think that's kind of the implication there.
the North Medford Black Tornado. Wow. I think they just skyrocketed up these power rankings.
I mean, it's a legit name.
The Black Tornado, that's more than legit. That's a 1 seed.
It's
right there.
a legit name.
All right. Other NFL transactions this week. That's what we're gonna do. Should I try and go from least important to most important? Because I've got 6 here. I got 6, and I will try my best to go from least impactful to most impactful. How about that? Does that sound good?
Sure.
All right. Let's go with number 6 here as to the transaction that I feel like is the least impactful. Stephon Diggs released by the New England Patriots.
I like Stephon Diggs as a player, but it just didn't really work for this Patriots team. I appreciate it for what he was able to do for the squad, but when he got cut, I was like, oh, okay. There was no, usually when guys get cut, it's like, what? No, not him. We need him.
Do you feel
Yeah,
like
it was cool.
that's this last season with him was one of those like lightning in a bottle? I don't think you're going to be able to replicate
No,
that again.
I think more than anything, I think Stephon Diggs came with some distractions, i.e. Cardi B and multiple baby moms. And if you know anything about this Patriots
Isn't he
organization,
he's going through like a legal
Yeah.
matter or something right now
and,
too.
and with this Pats organization, like the only people that have room for scandal are like owners and stuff like that. They don't really take kindly to players being involved in and more than anything, stuff that takes attention away from
If anybody's
football.
going to disrespect women, it's me.
It's gonna be me, and so
That's Robert Kraft talking, not
yeah,
me.
seriously, and
not
that's
Joe
a
Fisher.
that's a real thing. And so, yeah, Robert Kraft has a lot of pull, and I just don't think he really wanted the Stephon Diggs circus with Cardi B and all this stuff. It just didn't want it.
Don't ever say Robert Kraft has a lot of pull ever again.
Whoa, yeah,
Hey.
yeah, hey,
Don't.
chill.
Don't ever.
Well, somebody has some pull with him.
All right, let me see if I can. Number 5, impactful transaction for the NFL this week. I'm going to say Cardinals releasing Kyler Murray. That will be happening at the beginning of the league year, I believe, in about 4 days. But I would say this is, slightly more impactful than Diggs being released. But again, him being released doesn't really. The Cardinals were already terrible, and this is almost just ripping the Band-Aid off of this relationship between these two teams. Maybe Kyler Murray, it's impactful for another team, but I don't know. I don't know if we've seen if we have any more left of Kyler Murray being the player that we've seen at his high points throughout his career. He might have a few games where he shows out again, right? But to see him leading a team to like a playoff run, I can't picture it.
Yeah,
The league's cyclical, man. There's a lot of new, fresh faces that come to the league and become the hot new thing, and before you know it, your spot's gone.
yeah, maybe in the right
Not
setting.
just on the roster, but your team as far as getting replaced in the playoffs.
Yeah,
So
and maybe just Arizona wasn't the space for him. Like Kyler Murray coming off a really awesome college career and everything, like had a lot of hype coming into the draft and stuff. We all knew he was undersized. But we knew he was fast. We knew he was accurate, all those things. So got all the Russell Wilson comparisons. I just don't think Arizona was the place for him. Like, and I don't think he's terrible, but I don't think he's big enough to number one see over his line. So he's kind of got this Doug Flutie thing happening. But I don't know. I don't want to say he couldn't play in the NFL, but he was a starting quarterback for multiple years, so that shows he could have been benched a long time ago. So I do think with like the concussion issues with Tua and some other places, like I think he could fit somewhere. Maybe even as a backup role or as a first backup, but I don't think Kyler Murray's career is over yet.
Next impactful, I will say that it is. I'm going in between 3 of them right now that I have on this list. I'm going to go next. Most impactful, DJ Moore traded to the Buffalo Bills.
That's big.
That's big.
That's big. I think that's big for both teams. We'll
see if you think it deserves to go higher on my list that I'm literally making up at the top of my head right now as I read all these. But yeah, DJ Moore getting traded to the Bills. They have been flying by the seat of their pants the last few years with basically having a number 2 or even number 3 receivers act as their number 1 receivers.
Mm-hmm.
They have good tight ends, but I don't mind this move for Buffalo. And it seemed like DJ Moore in Chicago it for some reason never really worked to its fullest potential or what you thought. And this could just very well be DJ Moore's cap, and what the most that you can get out of him is what you saw in Carolina and a little bit in Chicago as well. And just, when he goes to Buffalo, it's going to be kind of the same, maybe a little bit better. I don't know. I'm intrigued to see how this move plays out for DJ Moore.
No, DJ Moore could be a good little receiver. He had 6 touchdowns this year.
Good little receiver.
Yeah, he had 6 touchdowns this year. He, almost 700 yards. So when he's targeted, he's had multiple seasons before he's had over 1,000 yards receiving, right? So we know he can be that guy. I just think in the Chicago offense, he was kind of lost in the shuffle. I think they are trying to really lean more into Rome Odunze, but I would be one of those people that say I would keep DJ Moore before I kept Rome Odunze because he doesn't seem like he's panning out to be the star that a lot of us kind of thought he would be. Maybe he will, things can still change, but I think DJ Moore could be a huge, huge help for Josh Allen in this offense, especially really, we just talked about Stephon Diggs, but after he lost Stephon Diggs, like the passing offense wasn't as dynamic in Buffalo. And so now he gets a guy that can run across the middle and can maybe even get you be a deep threat for you. So, yeah, I think DJ Moore to this Bills team could be a really good thing in the AFC East.
All right, should we do one more or go to break?
Why not?
Why not, he says. Third most impactful move of the offseason so far, or of this week at least. George Pickens getting the franchise tag from Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys locking him up, bringing him back. Going to have that number one offense again. Defense, to be seen. But, George Pickens, you just wonder almost with the Stephon Diggs case, did the Cowboys catch lightning in a bottle for a season with him? And then is it going to revert back to same old George Pickens next year?
Oh, that's
but
what
then
it
at
is.
that point, that's, you franchise tagged him. You don't need to give him the bag at that point. If he's a headache, doesn't produce like he did last year, then, that makes the franchise tag move a genius move. But if he ends up going off and having another season where he finishes top 5 in receiving yards and touchdowns, which I'm pretty sure he did both this year as far as among wide receivers goes, it's huge getting back for the Cowboys. Whether this is more impactful than the DJ Moore move, I don't know. But, again, just based off of the performances last year, this is definitely more impactful on the field.
I'm curious of what his overall reaction was to being franchise tagged. Like, oh, no.
I mean, he's going to get like
he's gonna
30
get
mil
still. But, I mean, did you want to stay, in Dallas? Are you asking for this contract? Like, it's hard to tell with George Pickens. He's a weird character. I'll be real, at the wide receiver position. And we all kind of know that. And Dallas is willing to deal with the headache. And so good for them. For me, one of the ones that was like, I know he's pissed about that is Breece Hall being franchise tagged in New York. Like, just let me go. Like, let me go sign somewhere else that I can be happy and healthy and everything, because it's not working in New York for him. I'd be pissed if I was Breece Hall. Like, I don't want to come back here.
George Pickens finished tied for 8th in receiving touchdowns this year with 8, and finished 3rd in the league with 1,429 yards.
He's really talented.
Did that with 93 receptions.
He's really talented.
9 touchdowns for George Pickens last year. All right, take a quick break, get back on the clock, and give the 2 most impactful moves that happened this week in the NFL. Do that next here on Sports Saturday. But first, Jordan Schultz with a SportsCenter update.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a SportsCenter update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the Portland Trail Blazers finishing up their 5-game road trip. Not really well in Houston against the Rockets. They ended up going 2-3 overall, 106-99, the final on the loss for them last night. Alperen Sengun leading the way for Houston in all scores with 28 points. Drew Holiday posting 20 for the Blazers. They're off today before getting back at it tomorrow at Moda, hosting the Pacers. Over to the World Baseball Classic. The United States shellacking Brazil in Game 1 of pool play, 15-5 the final. Couple of RBIs from Armand Anthony and Aaron Judge hitting a whammy in the win. They're right back at it against Great Britain. First pitch scheduled for tonight at 5. That one is on Fox. Big night here in Portland sports-wise. The Timbers getting going at 7:30 right here on 105.1 The Fan as they host Vancouver Whitecaps FC. Coverage gets going at 6:30. And the Oregon Ducks over on the College Hardwood hosting the Washington Huskies down in Eugene tonight. Coverage starts at 7:30 on 1080. Tip-off is at 8 on FS1. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Schultze from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Your home for the Oregon Ducks.
Welcome back in. I found a list of the most unique mascots in Oregon high school sports.
If Generals ain't on there, then we don't have nothing to talk about, Joe Fisher.
It's not on there.
Then guess
Well,
what?
it's not unique.
I can't hear a damn
Yeah,
thing
exactly.
you're
It's
saying to me.
not. It's
It's hella unique. How many Generals do you know, Jordan?
I'm pretty sure there's at least 2 in every state as far as
I
mascots.
doubt it. I've never
how many
heard
black
of-
tornadoes?
That's more unique.
I disagree.
On this list, you have the Bend Lava Bears.
The what?
The Lava Bears. So it's based off of the bears that used to prowl the lava beds of Central Oregon, which I think it's infinitely more cooler if it's like a bear made out of lava, almost like some sort of mythical like creature, a lava bear, That to me that's badass. And you need to make your branding that as an actual lava bear. You also got the Grants Pass Cavemen.
Don't love it.
Whatever, I'll give it a sideways thumb. We talked about the Tillamook Cheesemakers, Sherwood Bowman, the Astoria Fighting Fishermen. I mean, the fishermen, I like that they add the fighting. This is one of those instances where you make it all the better. The
They
alliteration.
do be fishing in Astoria.
And they do be fighting. They do be fighting also. North Medford Black Tornado, the Huntington Locomotives.
All right, Locomotives. That literally is a minor league baseball team's name, but okay.
Huntington, a very, very, very small town in eastern Oregon, right up against the Snake River near Idaho. Had to look that one up. South Wasco County Red Sides. Lakeview Honkers. The Lakeview Honkers.
Lakeview Honkers.
Lakeview is a town that is about as south as you can get in Oregon, right up against the California border. They are right next to Goose Lake, and so their mascot is a goose, but they are the Lakeview Honkers. Is
I
their
like
name?
that.
I like the Honkers as well.
Don't love the honkers, guys.
No honking.
not for the kid.
Other than that, they got Roosevelt on here, Pleasant Hillbillies. We got some good ones though. We got some. We learned some things today also, as far as some mascots around the state of Oregon. That there's a town, 2 towns, one called Lakeview and Huntington in Oregon.
Hey, I mean, I've never been. These are 2
Hey.
towns that I would never ever go to, and I've never been to. So unless I'm passing through, I'm sure they're beautiful places. They can't hear us right now, can they?
I don't think our signal
Yeah, I'm
goes
not
that
going
far.
there.
Yeah.
I'm not going there. Yeah, it's all good.
All right, my last
Stop
2
for gas or something.
transactions, or lack of transactions, I should say, that are most impactful.
Let's hear it.
Rashad, we were talking about it in the commercial break, and I mean, hell, it's one of the last 2 remaining, and I was kind of poo-pooing it at first, but it's Seattle Seahawks not giving the tag to Kenneth Walker and letting him go to free agency, possibly losing their Super Bowl MVP and who showed out in the playoffs for him. When we talked about it in the break, I was kind of like, I'm like, you've had him for a few years now. His numbers aren't eye-popping. He hasn't that big of a game changer. And then you remind me of his playoff run. I'm like, oh, yeah, he did pretty good. during those-
Kind of did well for them
did all
without
right
Zach
during
Charbonnet, right?
Those playoffs. That's right. And that Super Bowl, too, where he was seemingly the only offense that they had.
Like, I don't understand why teams won't just try to run it back, man. You got here with these guys. Next year, they're probably only going to be that much more confident, especially if you just saw Kenneth Walker kind of have his coming out party as a running back. Like, he's always been a solid running back, but during the playoffs, he looked all world, right? He as a Patriots fan, I watched him run all over us with no ability to stop him in any regard. So yeah, I would have done whatever I could to keep Kenneth Walker in a Seahawks uniform at the parade. I don't know if you remember, but I don't know if it was a GM. I can't remember who got up there. Everybody's drunk, which is never the best thing to happen, giving speeches or talking to crowds after you've been drinking. But got up there, and he was like, hey, Kenneth, he was trying to talk to me about his contract just before we started here. I'm like, yes, man, if he wants to talk about his contract right now, let's talk about it. He just won you the Super Bowl. Yes, I think you owe him the opportunity to say, what do you need? What do you want? And for me to not be able to come through for that guy, it was like, that's crazy. I don't see the Seahawks going back to the Super Bowl without Kenneth Walker.
Well, and I mean, I feel like it's more rare than not. It's not to say that they can't re-sign him.
No,
I mean,
no.
You know, they can give him a longer term deal. Maybe that's.
I hope
what
they
they're-
do.
But
Take that back. I hope they don't. And I hope he goes somewhere else that's not in my division
And shows out.
and just becomes this massive, massive star in the league. That's what I hope.
I really hope the Seahawks don't allow this to become a Saquon Barkley situation, you know, where he went and won the Eagles the Super Bowl. Like, I get it, the Seahawks just won a Super Bowl, but man, the Giants, if they would have held on to him for a couple of seasons, like, you just wonder what could have been there. So I understand that they're, you know, what, $13 million-ish is the asking price. What would they want to pay him? Like
Spot
8, 9?
Spot Rack says his market value is $9 million per year.
Okay.
He might get a little bit more than
I
that.
don't understand why. I don't know the intricacies of the Seattle cap, but why that's too much for somebody that is worth
That's
so
crazy.
much production.
That's crazy. Paul Allen would never.
And the last transaction on this list that I guess is my most impactful transaction of the week, outside of the Max Crosby, Baltimore Ravens trade. We talked about that in the first segment. But yeah, I guess the most impactful move this week was the Lions trading David Montgomery to the Houston Texans.
That was huge.
I mean, hey, I'm just playing the game here. I eliminated the ones that I felt were least impactful, and that is the last one standing. Lions trading away David Montgomery to the Houston Texans. I think that's huge. Joe Mixon last year did not play for them because of a foot injury that ended up being more than a foot injury, that who knows really if it was even an injury. Woody Marks had a great rookie season for you. Really good. Not great, but really good season. He showed flashes. You add David Montgomery to that, and then I feel like they might have someone else in that running back room. It seems like that they had to go pretty deep in the running back room in Houston this last year. They might grab someone else in the draft. I don't know. But if you give me Woody Marks and you give me David Montgomery, I'm feeling pretty good about that running back room already in Houston. And C.J. Stroud, you need a good running game.
There you go.
You need to also
you need
fix
help.
the offensive line a little bit. Like, you're leaking. And so in order for a good running game to happen, you have to have a good offensive line. In order for a good pass game to happen, you have to have a good offensive line. So
For
maybe address that as well, Houston.
Yeah, David Montgomery, I think he's somebody that he can be a 1,000-yard guy, 1,000-yard
Totally,
a rusher. You know, he was able to had to split time with Jahmyr Gibbs, and but he was still able to have 7 touchdowns and almost 800 yards on the ground. So you add him to a team that really needs help in the run game. Like, I think and it's going to take a lot of pressure off of C.J. Stroud to make sure he doesn't have to throw the ball every time, make sure he doesn't have to scramble, make sure he can stay healthy when he's on the field. Maybe Nico Collins can, stay healthy, throughout the season. And if he plays, even if David Montgomery performs a little bit better than he performed when he was in Detroit, this Texan squad could be not just a scary defense, but this offense coming at you could be yikes.
Well, C.J. Stroud's definitely going to have to turn some things around because he was god-awful last year at times.
He got his job taken for a minute, but it looked like C.J. Stroud might be the backup for a couple weeks. What was the backup's name in Texas? Forgive me, I'm spacing.
Mills.
Davis Mills for like 6 weeks looked awesome. And I don't know. I mean, I was not awesome, but they were winning games, right? And I won't say that.
Someone's going to start him this year.
Yeah.
I mark my words, man.
Who, Davis Mills?
Yes.
Davis
the
Mills.
quarterback talent level is so mediocre in the NFL. I would not be surprised if Davis Mills, Mac Jones both got a starting job.
Well,
Davis-
J.J. McCarthy is somebody starting quarterback. So it's not to say that Davis Mills, who, again, if he doesn't have that stretch of games that he had where they were winning games, the Texans don't make the playoffs. The Texans are out. But it took him coming in, and I want to say he won 4 games. Forgive me, I don't have the stats in front of me, but
Yeah, at least 3.
yeah, he won something like that to keep them in the mix. If he does, because they're a wild card team, and if he doesn't win those games, then Texas they're out. And so I think Davis Mills can be a guy to go to some team and be a serviceable quarterback.
I didn't know you guys had such strong opinions on Davis Mills.
Man, like, seeing is believing. Like, it's hard to be an NFL quarterback and come into games and win games. Like, we're seeing Shador struggle, in games, and he's somebody that a lot of people expected a lot from. Davis Mills, maybe not, and he came in there and played really, really well for an offense that wasn't super, super stacked and was able to win games in the NFL. So, yeah, I think people see that and say, yeah, he could play for us. Why not?
Text line 503-864-6326. Beat the North Medford Black Tornadoes in the state title match for the team bowling championship in 2008.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah, brother.
Are you a bowler, Joe?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'll go bowling,
Can you bowl,
but
Jordan?
I'm not a good
No,
bowler.
my wife kicks my ass at it.
Really?
Yes, she's a better golfer than me and a better bowler than me.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
That's got to feel rough as a man. That your wife just beating you at sports like that.
I mean, not all, but like when she swings the golf club, it's just, you know how even somebody that's never picked up a golf club before, they just kind of swing naturally. It's what my wife has, and it's just like, damn you.
Yeah.
Because when I swing a golf club, it looks like I'm swinging a baseball bat, and when I swing a baseball bat, I look like I'm swinging a damn golf club.
Well,
It
Jordan,
sucks.
I will say this. Maybe I was a little rough. You're not a professional athlete. But
Thank
I
you.
think that I have an
No, I'm
instance of professional athletes being demasculated in front of, everybody. And we'll finish the show there. Sports Saturday, Fan Sports Network.
So
You are a professional athlete. You don't like to be embarrassed.
No.
And especially not like in a kid-like manner. In a
No.
childlike manner.
You don't want to
being
be sunned
embarrassed.
by nobody.
Yeah. Well, right now, the World Baseball Classic going on right now. I don't know if you knew that, Rashad.
I'd heard something about that. Yeah.
You had heard something about
Yeah.
that.
ESPN
So
might
you
have
didn't
mentioned.
know it was going
ESPN
on.
may have made mention to it once or twice,
Okay.
or every other commercial.
Okay. There was a game the other night, or other morning. I think it happened in Japan. So it was nighttime in Japan, but morning time here. I don't know.
Yeah. 2
Um,
a.m. start time.
Friday night in Japan. So that must have been Friday morning here. Got it. Bam. Locked in. Japan, they played Chinese Taipei in their first World Baseball Classic game. Japan beat Chinese Taipei 13-0
Jeez.
in the World Baseball Classic, Rashad. You know what they do?
Call a mercy rule.
Yes.
Yes.
Mercy
a
ruled it.
10-run mercy rule
Yeah.
on the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah. Good.
Is there anything that is more demasculating than getting 10-run ruled as an adult man, a professional athlete, a professional baseball player? I understand they're playing for their country, and some of these guys may not be. Some of these, I don't know if any of them are like, I'm a dentist Monday through Friday.
Probably.
But I
Chinese
I'm a
Taipei.
veterinarian.
I hope
probably.
not. I hope there's enough baseball franchises out there and like minor league teams around the world that are able to house every single one of the players that are playing in the World Baseball Classic. But you got 10 run ruled.
I mean, hey, I'm okay. It sounds weird. I'm okay with it because 13-0, 13-0, 13-zip is 13-0 no matter what sport that you decide to, however you decide to call it. That could have easily, it sounds like they called it pretty early because it could have been 20-0, right? It sounds like it could have easily been a score to 17-0. That's way more demoralizing than knowing that, man, they had to call the game because it was just it was getting out of hand. Like, yes, you don't have to. I wish there was a mercy rule in the NBA. I do. I wish there was a mercy rule in NFL. It's like, why do we have to watch this? This game is clearly over.
At what point in the NBA?
White flag. Like, it should be a ref.
People paid for 4 quarters.
A ref should have a white flag that they can throw in like a flag to say, you know what, game's over. We're done. We're done. That's it.
Rashad's literally throwing things in the studio.
Yeah, that was supposed to be my white towel. Instead of waving the white flag, we just throw in the white flag and say, yeah, this game is over.
Giving you radio play-by-play here. Also, it's emasculate. I said demasculate twice. Am I the only one who,
Caught it? Probably.
Yeah. I was like, and as soon as I said the first time, I was like, I don't know if that's
I'm sure
right.
the grammar police
And then
out there caught it.
and then the second time it happened, I'm like, I really don't think that's right.
Yeah.
And I had to look it up. Is there anything more emasculating than being 10-run ruled as a grown man?
Having your
And not
lady do it?
not in beer league, like in a actually sanctioned baseball game like this.
Oh, I don't know. The only thing I can think of is like everybody on the team getting a base hit or something like that, or even the worst dude on the team who always strikes out. Strikeout Sam comes out there and knocks one out the park. You know how it is.
Strikeout Sam.
You know what the alternative is. So you're playing high school basketball, or you're playing college basketball, whatever the case is, and your team is whooping somebody's ass. Y'all are up 30. There's 7 minutes to go in the game, and then you put in all the guys on the bench. You put in the ones that never ever get to play.
Oh yeah.
You put in that one guy who's just, man, he's terrible, but he's on the team because he's like coach's
quite possibly
son.
the manager.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he gets to
equipment
suit up.
manager.
It's senior
The
night,
water
so he gets
boy.
to suit up, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, put a uniform on, kid.
And he comes out there and he gets a layup at the end of the game, and everybody goes crazy. Yeah, Sam, strikeout Sam scored. But the other team is like, because they know, like, they put strikeout Sam in, bro.
Yeah.
This is.
I
over.
saw one of those videos the other day of that happening, where they were trying to get one of these kids' final shot at the end of the game. Traveled possibly 3 to 4 times in this single video clip. Also, they didn't call it, and the kid just nails a 3-pointer at the buzzer. Place goes crazy, and I didn't see the final score, but I'm like, God, if this team is winning by like 30, and then they do that, how?
Yeah.
Like, and you just can't say anything.
You're sick. Like, and as a player, you want to fight those guys because you're getting killed over here. It's like, man, this is awful. We got to watch this dude score, and we're sitting over here.
And that's not an actual buzzer beater. I'm sorry. You got set up for it. It was like a red carpet was laid out to
man,
shoot that shot.
He had to make it.
I don't care.
There are a lot of
He
people that miss
traveled
open
4
shots.
times apparently beforehand, and they don't call it. No.
Might have been hyperbole, maybe just once or twice.
Have you all hit a
But
buzzer
still,
beater?
there was one egregious one where I'm like, "That's you
Hit
gotta
a
call
buzzer
that.
beater.
I hit a
It wasn't
buzzer
in a
beater,
game, but yeah,
It was a
the-
quarter buzzer beater.
yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a. Yeah, it was not at the end of the game.
Hitting a buzzer beater?
Yeah,
Have I?
yeah.
Yeah, have you?
I think it was a Bally Total Fitness. We were playing some pickup one night, and there was an employee, so he had access to the clocks. And so yeah, we played a game, and I nailed a buzzer beater.
Nice.
When D Wade stood up on a table, looking
I'm
at
him.
looking
This
at
is
no
mine.
one.
Hey, mine
looking
was
straight
at
at
the
a
Boys
wall.
and Girls Club. Okay, so
I remember.
Hey man, I've hit game plenty of times playing pickup, so I don't know if that counts, but yes, I've called the game a few times.
I didn't call game, but I went off in a fourth quarter one time, and I believe it was the 8th grade. It was great. We had 2 of our guys leave after the 3rd quarter for baseball tryouts, and so we literally had 4 players. So we were just like, we told the refs, like, hey,
4 on 5.
we got 4 guys. We'll ride out the rest of the game like this. Ran a 2-2 zone. Never seen that in basketball before.
What's
before
a 2-2 zone?
2-2 zone. Believe it or not, it's where you have 2 players up top and 2 players down low.
Like a
Playing
4
in
corners.
right?
Yeah. Okay.
But
I'm playing a 1-1-2. Yeah.
I put the team on my back though. Ended up getting the dub, going off for 15 in the 4th quarter. and won.
Joe Fish.
I always had the most fun playing in like the rec leagues.
Girlfriend was in the crowd too.
Oh, that's always
Greatest
the
day
best.
of my life, possibly.
Like we played like the regular season be over, and then like springtime would come, and so there'd be all these rec leagues, and so like all of my friends that played on the team would play for other teams, and so we get to play each other and stuff like that. And on Saturdays, everybody would come to like Whitaker or the Jewish Community Center and come watch us play basketball. It's a legit time, man. I'm thinking about getting into an adult league now. I've been wanting to hoop a lot lately.
Well, you can get 10 run in any league that you play in, or 30-point rule, or whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna do it to myself at a point. Hey, man, come get me. Come
But
set me out.
If you're Chinese Taipei, I think you need to have a good, long, hard look in it. And I bet you that's going to happen still a couple more times.
Well, this is their first year, right?
What, Chinese Taipei?
No.
No, they've been in
God.
it a few times.
Oh,
I think it's
okay.
like Chechny's first year in the World
Okay,
Baseball
yeah, I
Classic
knew it was
or
somebody's
something.
first year.
No,
yeah.
Taipei always sucks in the WBC.
Well, hey, they're gonna win one time. They're gonna win some games one time. I'll say the whole
I
thing.
don't
They're gonna win
think
some
that's
games.
going to happen.
Yeah, or
Maybe if they play
or
like
they're just gonna be like
Brazil.
Angola in basketball and just lose every game.
Dude, you should look at some of the rosters for the World Baseball
Holy
Classic.
cow.
I was looking at Puerto Rico
Actually,
just now.
how dare
Yeah.
I assume that Rashad hasn't looked at those yet? I mean,
I haven't looked at all of them. I was just looking
Yeah.
at Puerto Rico's
Yeah.
just now, and I'm like, that could be.
There was a college kid facing big leaguers in last night's game against the U.S. for Brazil. It's like, this is going to go bad. Oh, it went bad.
If this is what Olympic, or this is what
Hey,
kind of this is
Brazil,
what it looks like.
Brazil was a feisty squad last night. All right.
Yeah, for like an inning.
No, it was 8-6.
Sure.
Wasn't it like 8-6 final? Oh no, that was
15-5.
My
What
bad.
are
That
you
was
talking about?
Japan Korea.
Yeah, yeah,
Japan
yeah.
Korea.
No,
this morning.
Korea, yeah, feisty. I agree.
Yeah. Well, there's your World Baseball Classic talk for the day, and that's our show for the day.
Love it.
Yeah, we are done. We will be back next week. Jordan Schultz, appreciate you as always.
Love you guys. Love you all.
Rashad Taylor, appreciate you as always.
My man.
And all you listeners out there hanging out with us, appreciate you as always. And you will catch Sports Saturday next week at 9 a.m. next Saturday. Peace.
Dirt and Spray. Dirt and Spray. Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
You can try this at home.
How many teams would you take Portland's situation in the next 3 years